Hi guys, this is Oleg. Welcome to my tech review. Today we're going to talk more about home automation. During the quarantine, you might be thinking about fixing a home, and there's plenty of time right now to do things just like that. Today we're going to talk about smart doorbells. You probably saw those on your neighbor's door or around the neighborhood. If you see the doorbell, especially in the evening, when you see the green or yellow or blue light around the doorbell button, that's going to be an indication for you that your neighbor got installed smart doorbell. So one of these companies is Anker, and there is a sub-brand called EUFY, and they got very nice smart doorbell, which I actually got and installed, and this the video is how I did it and step-by-step installations and configuration of that doorbell. So why EUFY and why Anker? First of all, there are plenty of choices, like I said. So one of them is most popular, Nest, and Nest Hello is very good smart doorbell. But the problem with that is that Nest started to charge money for subscription. Every month you have to pay to be able to record your footage to the cloud and use it later, and maybe just watch it from your phone while you're away from the home. Same goes with the Ring. I was actually looking at Ring before I was searching for the smart doorbell, and I almost got convinced to get that one, but the story goes the same way. Ring requires subscription. It's per month, per year, but you have to pay money for the cloud services, and that's understandable because they need to run infrastructure and stuff. But at the same time, companies like Anker still allow you to run your doorbell in the cloud and have access to your footage from the cloud, from anywhere where you're going to be outside of your home, and you just pay for doorbell, which is a significant amount of money, of course, but price-wise, it's pretty much identical to analogs from Nest or Ring. So obviously the choice would be to get Anker, and the spikes of the actual sales for those rings, the servers will have to be updated, and it was just recently it was huge outage for almost full day. Then the Anker cloud services were down, and as such you could not log into your doorbell application, you cannot look for your actual footage, and there was a storm of comments on the Anker support webpage talking about this and demanding the resolution of the issue, because this is a security thing, and if people are away from the house and they not only got the doorbells, because Anker and EUFY got also huge line of security cameras which many people installed, and they got the same interface and access to that footage over cloud services. And if the cloud services were down, then obviously you don't have access to your footage, and you get no notification if somebody is standing at your door and ringing a doorbell, like delivery man or postman or like DHL or some kind of people who deliver stuff to you. Anyway, so let's look on unboxing and look on installation steps, and we'll talk about the security features and the actual options you can configure and configuration settings you can configure on the application for your smart doorbell. Okay, so once you got the cover removed and everything, I'm just gonna go and open it up. What do we have inside is this thing, EUFY Security. Okay, that's probably some booklets over, and inside you actually have your doorbell and little chime which you can install, and that will gonna be that's the thing which gonna ring for you. You just connect it to your 110 volts and hide it somewhere. When somebody ring the bell, this thing will ring inside the house. Alright, so that's tiny. Okay, that's a connectivity door. Alright, so there are some
wires. Okay, so here's the content of the whole package. So there is a quick user guide. There's a sticker for monitoring and surveillance, so 24/7 monitoring. There's also a very important piece here, which you put on the door, and that allows you to get the proper holes drilled on the door base. So that's what we're gonna use as well. And there are steps also listed here: step 7, step 3, step 8, step 6. There is a reset button. So we're gonna follow the quick guide right now to connect the whole thing together and just make sure we test it. So it goes to here, to the transformer, because this is what it's gonna use. And once everything is validated, we go ahead and install it. Alright, so I connected it for the test. As you can see, it's connected to the transformer right there, and the ring is flashing yellow and green. So now we just have to follow the app, and I also connected my Chime temporarily right here. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Now it's just a matter of following the instruction on the app to get this thing configured. Okay guys, so the app is available for iOS and Android. This is the iOS install on my iPhone. Just download it from App Store and open it up. It will ask you to accept notification and agreement. And once you've done that, you have to create your account on EUFY if you don't have it already. Here is a note how to connect Homebase to HomeKit. If you use camera, this is especially valid. Once you log in, it will ask you to actually start setting up the camera and EUFY. So you can get a successful login through Face ID as well. So here I selected Face ID to use it as well, and that's good. It's convenient. You don't have to get the password each time. And now we're ready to add the device. From the whole list, I select my wired doorbell. And now it's asking for QR code, which is on the back of the doorbell itself. Well, selecting region, North America. This is a quick video which you would have to watch to actually see how the whole install works. What is the process if you connect an existing bells, or you have to actually Chime, which is existing Chime, to connect to this doorbell. But after all it's done, it will ask you to press the button, and it will validate the voltage of your power supply of that transformer to make sure it's actually valid and okay to use with this doorbell. This is done using Bluetooth, and it takes 5-10 seconds to validate, and then you got your notification saying it's fine. After that, the screen is going to connection of your Wi-Fi, so you have to place your doorbell on your local Wi-Fi and synchronize the Chime which you install nearby, and it's connecting via Bluetooth as well. So that Chime will be used to actually ring when somebody press the button. You can have an option to share the access to your doorbell with your family members, and of course update the firmware to the latest and greatest. And so I speed it up, and you see firmware got updated, and after that you actually should be able to see the device connected, and when you click on a video you should be able to actually test the doorbell camera. Now you're ready to install it on your door. Okay guys, so it's day 2 installation of the ring bell. So I cut a hole, I drill a hole actually to outside, and I hide the cable over inside here. So now I have to put this plank back, the cover for the door frame, and that would be it for outside work. From outside perspective, it's set up like this right now. So there is a template which you can use to get things going. So that's what I put here. I put an angle, and I put 2 screws, and the cables are here, as you can see. So the bell will go right here, and I will cover this with silicone so there is no water coming in from both ends. But that's the hole, and I use this bit for it. That's a bit I used, it's so long. Okay, now just gotta put a cover for the door frame back, and then we'll have to cut hole here, and inside it's gonna go cable, and there is an outlet on the other side which I'm gonna connect to. Alright, let's keep going. Okay guys, so a couple hours later I have everything connected. So this is the cable, it's going from that door inside. I have to cut the hole here, and this is our transformer which I connected. That's the power, and I connected it to the socket on that side. So everything is working right now, so device is visible and it's
fully operational. Okay, so the wall repair is almost done, as you can see. Couple more things to do over here and to paint it back to original color, and it will be done.
Okay, so once the app is running, you can do some tweaks using the application. Especially, it's very important to set up things like motion control and motion detection. So when you go to the doorbell settings, you go to motion detection, and here's the option for you to set up sensitivity. That's basically telling the system how sensitive it should be to see the people around the doorbell, how far it will search for the people. I usually set it on normal, on the middle. And also, most important part is activation zone, when it's actually going to look for motion to be detected. So make sure you select it properly and just don't select the whole area. Usually they recommend to set up the contour of the person potentially standing in front of the door, and this is where the motion will be detected the most. You set it up, click OK, and it's going to use that area just to see if there is a motion in that particular area on the screen. So once that's done, you can go ahead and select the rest of it. So like things like HDR and video quality, definitely enable HDR if you are in a dark shaded area. Distortion correction is very good, will allow you to avoid fisheye effect on the camera. And of course you can set up streaming quality. I set it up to auto, and recording quality to Full HD. You can change to 2K. Also, I have prioritized my actual recording versus streaming. So I would rather have recording to be done in quality than streaming to be done in quality. So that's important as well. So once all of this is done, you can go ahead and actually set up night vision and quick response things. Quick response allow you to record the voice message, which you can actually trigger while you're not at home. You can just select it. The doorbell will actually tell that message for you. So that's very convenient as well for short messages to the people standing in front of your door. Alright, so night vision also on, so you need that. Notifications can be differently set up, so you can do doorbell or motion or both, and you can set up which one of gonna be with default sound effect, or you can select from the list over here. I just selected bell and ding for the two different motion effects and actual ring bell. Okay, also I also include just a thumbnail of the person in the message when I've got notification. You can also put full video or just a text message that's saying that there's somebody at your door. Time settings are pretty straightforward, so we go with 24-hour format. You can do indoor chime sync. It's very easy to do. You press the button on the chime and then press the button on the bell. They will synchronize and you will hear the sound. Wi-Fi support, voltage diagnostic if you want to check it. Also security location storage, the local storage, which will keep data saving up to 4 gig while the system is not connected to the internet. And of course you can validate and check for the new latest firmware and go to about device and stuff like that. Okay, once you go back, you can snooze things from the actual security to make sure it's not showing up. Check the notification and the events. It's back on the calendar, so you can select the date. It will show you all events for that date. You can watch the video here and actually doing facial recognition there as well. So the doorbell settings, you can set up the watermark to be show up on the video, and there are some messages which are coming back to you, like mostly important system messages talking to you about updates. You see here the doorbell is recently updated for a firmware, which is fine, you need those. And of course you can click on a video itself and just watch what camera sees now in that particular moment. And you can record it, you can actually talk to the camera by pressing the microphone button. And if you need help, you just press that headset picture and it will go to the help. Depends on the product, you will click on that and it's basically all the answers you can get for specific questions. Also, there is a live chat available and you can call the persons on the EUFY and send some feedback. From the permission settings, you can go and there is a description for the smart detection, what it is doing, how it's detecting the facial, how it's detection of face recognition, how it all works. It's all done on the bell itself. It can detect pets as well and different emotions as well. System can be fully integrated with Alexa and Google Home AppKit. So application Apple HomeKit is also available if you have Homebase. If you have Homebase, you can set it up to talk to HomeKit and be part of your Apple smart home infrastructure. That will connect to all your EUFY cameras You can also go with Google Assistant, and there is an application set up for Alexa as well, which is very convenient too. You can talk to Alexa, and as you have a video screen there, you can actually see what camera sees. The security settings are pretty straightforward. There is a home, scheduled, disarmed, and away, and you can customize. If you go and put the system on schedule, it will just time-wise select the different approach how to monitor your home based on the schedule. It's going to be using either home algorithm or away algorithm. So I'm using usually home, but you can go on schedule, or if you're away, definitely set it up to away.
Okay guys, that's it for today's review. Thank you for staying with me till the end. If you like this video, you know what to do. Click subscribe, share it with your friends, and make sure you get notification bell on, so when the next video will be released, you get notified that there is a video waiting for you on this channel. In general, on a summary of this video, I like what EUFY is doing. I like the actual services being upgraded, and hopefully we're not gonna have any outage anytime soon, which would cause like full day outage for the people and not being able to access the video footage or control or log into the application. Hopefully these things are in the past, and going forward we're gonna have solid security services from EUFY. The quality of the video is superb because of the good sensor and the good camera. The motion detection works very well as well. You actually have an option to lit your ring for the actual doorbell overnight, but I prefer to leave it in automatic mode, so when people approach in the door, then the doorbell ring will lit up and it will show the person where the button is. That's it for today's review. Thank you, and I'll see you around. Peace.